As it is a case sensitive programming language, here we have to specify the same case. So O I mentioned with the capital case, that's why it returned an error. Opening this one. Okay, refreshing this page. There's no errors. I'm consoling this one. I'm minimizing this. So here you can see in the array, like it will give a nested array as it is at the 0th index, and the second one is present at the first index, and it is having multiple values. Now what we'll do is like we'll try to update the value of one thing in this. Okay, now let's suppose I'll take array of 0. In this, what I'll do is I'll take array of 0 and I'll try to update the name. So if you want to take array of 0, what we can do is I'll say array obj1. So in this, like which attribute you want to take, you can specify that number. So in this, if you see, we'll be having two attributes. One is at 0th index, another one is first index. I'm taking the value which is present at 0th index. From this, I want to take a name equals to, I have to modify this name with the RAM. Okay, now I'll console this one. And I'll console the array object as well. Yeah. Array object 1 and array object 2 also I have to console. I'm saving this one. Okay. Okay. Sorry. So I'm going to console now. You can see now it's giving both the arrays. Now you can see the first array. In the first array, it is giving Ram and Vihan. If you see second array also, it will give output like Ram and Vihan. So in the nested case here, if we are using array spreading also, like a spread operator also, it is behaving like deep cloning operation only. On the nested arrays, if you use spread operator, it will work like deep cloning operator only. In this case, if you want to perform, like if you want to assign one array with another array, we have to take help of JSON methods. We have to take help of JSON.stringify method. With this method, if you perform same kind of operation, it will work. Okay, so now what I'll do is, as we are having both the arrays, now what I'll do is simply I'll parse and I'll stringify the first array. We'll see how we can do that. So now what I'll do is I'll say let array obj2 equals to, now what I'll do is we'll see the JSON operations, how we can perform JSON operations, how they'll behave. We'll see that soon. But meanwhile, like I'll make you understand this, how we can do parsing. So parsing means like it will change the data type of object to JSON. Okay. Now in this, I'm taking help of stringify method. JSON dot stringify. In this method, what I'll do is I'll specify array object, whatever I'm going to change. So array object, this data I have to change, I have to pass here. So after passing here array object, now what I'll do is I want to modify the content of this object. Let's suppose now what I'll do is array obj to for this, I want to change the first array attribute only now. Let's suppose I'll say 0 dot name equals to, I'll keep Yakub. I'm saving this one. Now I'm going to console both the things. Okay. So while consoling this, what I'll do is, I'll copy paste both the things, whatever we did previously. So now instead of obj1, I'll take help of obj2. Okay. So if you do this, if you see the output now, you can see This is the output. So Ram Vihan happened together. Error. So it's giving an error here. Array object. What is that error? Figure find it is staying there only. Points. I will keep this one in comments and we'll see. Okay. I'll go to this one. I think we'll keep this one in comments. So it's giving error here. So array object 2. I think we have different array object, right? Oh, spelling mistake again. You can see the hack. So we have to specify it properly. Otherwise, it will return an error. Okay. So Control C. Array object. We use it the capital case letter and we are accessing it with the small case letter. That's why it is giving an error. Remove this comments as well. For V, also something. See the people now. Oh, so here also we have to pass the correct value, right? Array object. So yeah, third thing we have to pass. Here also we have to pass correct value. Now there won't be any errors. All the errors are resolved. If you go to console and if you see the output, now this is basic array object. Like what is it is a changed one. We have changed the value of 0 to Yakub. Okay. In the first array, like in the first object, we changed name of this one to Yakub. Whereas coming to the previous one, this is the array, original array. This is remain same. Okay. It means whenever you want to perform shallow copy operations on nested objects or nested arrays at the time, instead of spread operator, we have to take help of JSON stringify method so that it will work like a shallow copy only. Okay, that's the thing I have to convey here. Then next, destructing an array, we'll see now how we can perform destruction. Destructing means like as of now, we combine the values, right? Now I'm going to whatever we combined, I have to destruct them. Means I have to divide them. I want to assign them to the individual variables. Let's suppose consider a scenario array 6 equals to, I'll define some array with the names. Okay. Jakub, Patrick. Let's suppose I'm defining these two variables only, let us assume. So after defining this, okay, already defined. Okay, we'll use another variable array 7. There won't be any problem, right? Okay, perfect. So coming to this array 7, what I'll do is after defining these, I want to assign individual value to the variable. To do that, what we can do simply let a equals to, what I can do is I'll say array 7 of 0. This is the basic approach to perform destruct string. If you console this one, console log a, it will give that value. Similarly, if you want to assign the second variable to another value, so now here what you can do is instead of a, I'll say b equals to array 7 of 1, means the first indexed value. And here I'll console this one. Okay, I'm saving this one. If you see this here, it is giving the output. Okay, it is giving values like Jakub and Hedwig. So now, so in this way, like if we are spreading, if we are creating variables for each and every value, it will be like it will take much space and we have to define multiple variables. To avoid that, we can take help of destructing structure. It means destructing structure means it's a very easy structure. Simply, we can define let keyword. Then next, in the parenthesis, you can define a variables. Let's suppose I'll say C comma D. Now I'll specify our array name. What is our array name? Array name is 7. To specify this stuff, you can see same thing like, yeah, we have to console this now. We console this, it will get to know how it is behaving. In this, I'll specify C comma D. C, here I'll specify D. I'm saving this. Sorry. Yeah. You can see Jakub and Hedvig. In this way, will do array destruction or destruction. So this destruction mostly will use in objects. Like object destruction will most widely use in LWC. We'll see how we can perform object destruction as well. It is mostly somewhat important for LWC. Okay. So coming to the array destruction, initially we should have an array. Let's suppose I'll define an object. Let obj 7 equals to, I'll define an object with the like details, title. Okay. Title LWC course, I'll specify like this. Okay. Source. Okay. So I'll say YouTube. Duration. Not fixed. Not at confirm. Let's suppose I'm giving this thing. Okay. So now what I'll do is like we have to perform destruction operation or destructing operator on this object. So how we can do that? As it is very easy and straightforward. Okay. So we have to take help of curly brackets. So whatever the data type it is, we have to use same thing. And here we have to pass keys. Okay. So first key is title. Control V, comma, second is source. Control C. Control V. Similarly, duration. Control C, comma, Control V. So with this, like here, what we can do is simply we have to pass that object name. Control C, object name. Now we can console it. Let's suppose if I take help of this console. So here you can say Control C, Control V. Similarly, sorry, we have to console all the things, right? All the variables. Yeah, I'm not going to console everything. It's fine. We got an error. Identify a let. Think we defined some variable multiple times. I'll go to console. Maximize the screen. So that will got that error. We'll catch that error. Okay, what was the error? Here we got an error. While destructing this, we got an error. Which mistake we did in this? We'll see now. We'll go to VS Code so that we'll find that exactly. So it is giving an error. Okay. So why it returned an error? Any spelling mistakes? OBJ7. Control C. This is all the one. Again, it is returning an error. These keywords are correct only, right? Oh, okay. Let keyword be used. All the variables we define properly. The next we define this one. Okay. Instead of this object 7, we'll change our name. giving an error. What's that error? Unexpected identifier letter. Okay, this keyword, because of, is it like this? We can define a variable, right? Yeah. So here the mistake is inside the object we are doing this one. We should not do this inside the object, right? We have to do it outside of the object. Okay. Means we have to do it here. That's why it is giving an error. Okay. Now it won't return any error. Again, it is giving error. Okay. Now I'm going to save this one. No, here we should not save it, right? We have to say it in VS Code. Okay. That's why it is giving an error. So we have to remove this from here. I'm saving this one here. Now it will work. Okay. So I'm going to console now. You can see. So we are keeping all these variables separately. Okay. So whereas if you want to do this one without using destruction also, you can do how we can split the variables. As you know already, let, so let's suppose if you want to take a title, how we can take title? Like I'll say t equals to, let's suppose I'll use different variables. We should not use same variable, right? Like we cannot redeclare same variable with let, right? That's why I'll use different variable. I'll say let t equals to, what is our object name? Test dot title. In this way also, we can define the variables, but the simple way is by taking help of destruction. All right, by taking help of destructor, we can do it easily. I'll say T, it will give output. Okay, LWC course is giving title. Okay. Similarly, like so far, whatever we targeted, we completed. Like we completed spread operator and we completed destructor, and we'll see string interpolation. The purpose of string interpolation is the most widely we'll use it while printing a record ID kind of thing in a LWC. So we'll see this now briefly, string interpolation. So the purpose of string interpolation is in a single console, if you want to print multiple values with some text dynamically, will take help of string interpolation. So let's suppose if I'll define something here. I'll say x equals to 10. Let y equals to 20 here. Now what I want to do is I'll console this one. So remember, string interpolation will be done with the backtick comments. So this symbol. So this will be defined with the backticks. So now what I'll do is in this backtick, sum of. So if you want to specify value or if you want to pass value dynamically, we have to take help of dollar symbol and this curly brackets. In this we can pass a value A and B. Okay, B means like it should take a value dynamically. Dollar dynamically B is here. I'll specify dollar A plus B. So if you want to fetch some values dynamically or like yeah, here it is. Okay. Sorry, the previous session got recorded. We'll keep that aside. Okay. So console we close it. Okay. You can see I'll remove previous consoles and everything so that it will be much clear to you. I'm saving this one now. Oh, again error. Oh, sorry. Here we defined x and y, right? We have to say x plus y. As I kept a breakpoint here, that's why it will stay there only. Go to open console. Okay, you can see sum of like whatever the text we have written here that is coming there. Okay, so from this, what you have to understand is coming to the interpolation. If you want to print some value dynamically with some text, will take help of this interpolation operator. So you might think like how we can use this in LWC and what would be the use case of this one in LWC exactly. So for that, I'll take an example. Let's suppose if you want to pass a record ID dynamically in Salesforce, most of the times we'll pass like we like from some page to we have to navigate to specific record page. At that time, what we'll do? Initially, we'll define a record ID. Let's suppose R will be having record ID in some variable. Let's suppose now I'll specify record ID equals to something here. This is my record ID, Salesforce object record ID. Now, if you want to navigate to this record ID, so we have to append this record ID to our login or some URL, like object URL or something. Okay. So console.log in these, like if you want to specify some URL kind of things in while writing integration with the JavaScript also, we'll take help of this backtick operator. So in this backtick, what I'll do is we can specify a URL https colon / login.salesforce.com salesforce.com. Now what I'll do is exactly I want to append that record ID at the end / dollar record ID. So if you specify this one, it will be considered. Control says. So you can see this complete thing is returning like a single URL now if you observe. Okay, that's the beauty of this string interpolation operator. So remember, it's a very easy one. Nothing is there. So anything you want to define, like if you want to add some text and if you want to take some value dynamically, we'll take help of string interpolation. If you want to fetch or if you want to take the values in a console dynamically, we'll take help of this dollar and the curly brackets. Inside the dollar and curly bracket, we'll specify the variable so that it will fetch the value of that variable. And if you want to write some text directly, you can write that text. Okay, this is about string interpolation. Okay, with this, I'm stopping for today. We'll see a few more concepts in next session. Thank you.